All right, we do have the pretrial services officer in. Officer Provo. Could you please unmute or start your video? I have the officer on here, but they are, yes, and not responding. Can you call them?
I'll chat with them.
All right, and I'll send them a chat as well.
Email or email touch.
I don't know. That's why I say Officer Provo.
Yes.
Yes.
They're going to tell me.
All right, and could you call Mac? Or is Mac the new, have Mac placed it? All right. All right, can I see Officer Provo? Hello.
Can you see me now?
All right, thank
Can you hear
you.
me?
Yes, and if you could speak up because we're on the record and the court reporter needs to hear.
Okay.
Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, could you lower your hand? All right, could you state your name for the record?
Shay Rovo.
And to the court reporter, that's CHE. All right, so I'm here with Mr. Sierra. What I'm trying to discover, because there were some issues with Mr. Sierra following the court's GPS rules. Now he's on full GPS and he wants to work. He is telling me that his work will be taking, I guess, construction equipment, maybe dirt or that type of things to different locations. Is it possible for him to call and leave a message with you and let you know this is the location where I'm dropping off items? And then at the end of the day or either the next day, are you able to check to make sure that he's followed through on the locations that he said that he is going without making extra stops? Is that possible?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, because that's what I'm inclined to order for him. We had problems with GPS before where he was making unauthorized stops. But the only thing he's going to be allowed to do is go to work. So he's not going to be allowed to go to the grocery store because you have someone else in your household who can do that. You have someone in your household who can pick up lunch and pack a lunch for you, and you can take that for your break. You're not going to be allowed to do anything else. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you do anything else, what's going to end up happening is a warrant will most likely be issued for your arrest, and we will hear your jury trial on the 12th with you being brought over from the Bexar County Jail. Do you understand? So this is what the court is going to order. He says that his work is from Tuesdays through Saturdays. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he says it's from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're going to provide your work schedule to pretrial services. And you are going to call them and let them know every location where you are going to be dropping off construction supplies. You understand? If you deviate from that route, they are going to let me know, and a warrant's going to be issued for your arrest. If you go somewhere where you told them you're going to be and you're not, a warrant's going to be issued for your arrest. Do you understand? If you miss calling them and leaving a message with them, telling them these are the locations I'm going to be at, a warrant's going to be issued for your arrest. So, and I have family who work in construction, and I know when you go on the yard, they will tell you, we need this cement or this dirt dropped off at location A or B.
Mhm.
When they give you that notice on the yard and say, you need to come here and pick up this dirt, guess what? You need to call pretrial services and say, I'm on the yard at my job. I'm in this truck. They are requiring me to pick up the cement from point A. I'm going to go pick that up. This is the time I'm leaving. And then you're going to go pick up that cement and you're going to let them know where you're going to be dropping that cement off. And then once you drop it off and you're supposed to go back to the yard, once you drop that cement off, you need to call pretrial services and say, I'm returning to the yard. And you're going to give them those location addresses. And I know that when you work construction and you're the driver, they give you all of those locations of where you're supposed to be. Do you understand?
Yes.
If pretrial services doesn't answer the phone, you need to leave a message with them. Do you understand?
So,
Miss Provo, can he leave a message on the phone or email? What does he need to do? Oh, you're on
Yes,
mute.
we have been in contact via email, so he can do it that way or leave a voicemail.
All right, so you can leave an email or a voicemail, but it needs to be done. If you do not do it and you're in a location, even if it is a location, where you're working and you haven't called them and let them know, we're going to have an issue. Do you understand? Is there any confusion on anything? All right, so does he need to come in and report to you or call you today to give you information?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for zooming in. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you. And sorry for the chaos, but thank you for your time.
There is no chaos. You did very well. You're the next Spielberg.
Thank you.
All right,
Have a
thanks.
great day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, you're allowed to work. And if you'll get a B page for me and write on that B page, the court will sign it.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Excuse me. You probably want to come through this door because she'll need the file and case number unless you have it. Do you have the case number? Okay, if you'll give that to them, there's a clerk back there. Andy Maldonado Rivera.
morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, we're here for discovery. There's an issue with the reading of the USB.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, has that issue been solved and addressed?
Your Honor, to my knowledge, it has not at this point. I do know on the last court date, there was an issue trying to get documents onto that USB drive. And as far as I'm aware.
Okay. All right, do you think he's competent?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Your Honor, violating condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Adolph Lopez did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February and March 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, but if you don't mind me asking, when I was on probation, they gave me a hard time, but I wouldn't
Okay, so this is what we're going to do.
complete.
Mr. Lopez, what I need you to do, listen to me very carefully, okay? So I need you to answer whether it's true or not true. Then once you do that, then if there's an explanation that you want to give me, then I will listen to whatever explanation you wish to give me, okay? You understand?
True.
All right. So to violation of condition number 4, do you plead true or not true?
Number 4,
Yes.
this one. Oh, it's true. 2 times yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. State.
Your Honor, state waives the rest of the violations.
Any objection to the waiver?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lopez, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison? It's not saying that I will, but do you understand that I could?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, knowing that I could do that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
There's no agreement, but probation has a recommendation, and we'd ask the court to follow that recommendation to amend the conditions for state ISF substance abuse treatment and cognitive treatment track. Both of those tracks, Your Honor, followed by ISP supervision with the 12-month extension, Judge.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
A reinstatement, Your Honor, with intensive supervision. May I amplify his true answer with an explanation?
Yes.
He had difficulty relating to probation officer and they had a difficult time. She wanted him to come to her. He wanted her to come to him. He tried to get the bus over to her, but he couldn't find a way over. He did try twice. They marked it down as unsuccessful, not reporting. There is not malicious effort here on his part. I think there's modicum of good faith effort. I'd ask that you reinstate this probation and intensify mental health supervision.
All right, so, Mr. Lopez, there's something you have to realize about probation, and you need to let me know whether or not you're able to do it or not, because maybe you shouldn't be on probation. Probation is not going to come and see you monthly at your house. Sometimes you have to come in to see them. Right? So, do you live by yourself or do you live with someone?
Someone.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. Okay. I'm asking you to state your name for the record so the court reporter can put it in the record. So,
Loud enough so she can hear you.
My name is Adolph Lopez.
all right. So, who do you stay with?
My father and my dad.
So, is your father able to drive you to appointments or no?
You know, before I came here, I was trying to get a job. So I know that if I get
Can your father take you?
no, bus. I take bus.
All right. Have you ever had any mental health diagnosis?
Mm.
Defense, do you believe there are any mental health issues or cognitive issues?
Well,
Because I'm trying to figure out, one, I'm going to deny the motion. Both parties agree that the motion should be denied. And I see that there is certain issues from speaking to him. And so I'm trying to figure out, is state ISF cognitive really the place? Or if it should be somewhere else? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know the answer to that question, but his expression indicates mental health issue, Your Honor, or a cognitive issue. You're happy to label it.
All right. Yes, because I see where I'd ordered that he be evaluated for MEC. So,
He was evaluated for DDRF and MIC. He did not meet the criteria for DDRF. He has been placed on the MIC caseload. So the officer that he's been reporting to is a specialized officer to help with mental health.
so his not reporting, does that officer believe it's a mental health issue or is it a substance abuse issue?
Give me just 1 second.
Okay.
Now, what I just presented to this court was completed in 2021.
All right, from reading this, I don't think, and counsel, have you seen the DDRF mixed screening?
No, Your Honor.
All right, if both the state and the defense want to look at that, based upon my reviewing of that, I don't think it's an issue, it's a cognitive issue. And when I say cognitive issue, I just don't think sending him to state ISF cognitive is what's going to solve the problem. Does either counsels disagree with that?
I do not disagree with that.
All right, so we have him being evaluated for MIC. Now, the next question is there a drug issue? Probation, is there any reason that she would suspect that there's a drug issue?
Your Honor, the last way that we have on file was October 2022. It rendered negative results. There were a few failure to submit before that. There was only one on 2022. However, there were several negatives after that.
Okay. All right. Could I see? Thank you. All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm sorry, one other question, probation. Did they ever do a field visit on him or no?
There were attempted field visits, Your Honor, and we could not get to, we couldn't make contact.
All right, so Mr. Lopez, here's the thing. I understand when people have certain issues, but you're on probation. If you violate these conditions, what's going to end up happening is you're looking at 10 years in the prison. I don't think there's an issue of you not understanding. I don't think there's an issue that requires state ISF cognitive track. And I don't think we have enough of a baseline to determine that you need state ISF drug treatment. So is there anyone who disagrees with me on that? If anyone disagrees with me on that, I'm willing to hear argument. Okay. So probation, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to deny the motion. I want him to go back to Mick. Do you think if we did a reevaluation of MyOff that it would be any different?
Your Honor, I would recommend that you go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Due to the when the evaluation.
All right. So we're going to do Mick. He's going to continue on the Mick caseload. We're going to do a MyOff evaluation. That's going to be in custody. And I saw where they allowed him for COVID, they allowed him to do video conferencing. So that tells me that he's able to do Zoom. Mr. Lopez, are you able to do Zoom? All right. So we're just going to have him report by Zoom. And then probation, if probation can do random field visits at least once every 3 months, just so that we can make sure that everything is okay. And do the random UAs. And anytime there's a random UA, if you all want that to be an in-office appointment, probation, it can be an in-office appointment. So that'll cover his reporting plus the UA. Is there anything else that he needs probation? I had previously ordered for him to go to Center for Healthcare Services. Did you do that? That's either yes or no. Do you not remember?
And after that, I had trouble, like I said, with the probation officer, the reporting order. And I was gonna ask, is there a way they could give me a different probation officer that's gonna cooperate with my probation
Well, here's the thing.
so I could finish?
Well, here's the thing. As my grandmother would always say, nobody's here to be friends. You don't have to be friends. It's great if people can be friends, but everybody's here to do a job. That's it. Put a smile on your face, let everybody do their job. And guess what? If you go in to report to that probation officer, whether she likes you or he likes you, doesn't matter. You came, you report it. Whether you like them or not, you came, you report it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Or as I always tell my brother, it's never the job, it's always the people. So just put a smile on your face and report. And who knows, she may ask that you be placed on a different load, a caseload. And because of the conditions that I'm adding, you may end up being placed on a different caseload anyway. But the reason why I can't accommodate you is because we have a limited number of probation officers. Okay? Is there anything else you need from the court?
You know, I just want to say, they don't mind me asking the same.
I'm sorry, what?
If you don't mind me, you don't mind me asking, on the probation, where when I came out there was a Tylenol. It's
Okay.
Opiate Tylenol.
All right, they're going to test you. So you should be negative when you get out of the jail. So they're going to test you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.